online haircut.
What is up, guys? It's the Avenues podcast, back with episode 209. I'm finally back. I was gone last weekend at a camping trip, which was a lot of fun. But I'm back now, and yeah, it's going to be a great episode. We got some great topics for you guys.
We say that like every week.
But we always just have great topics, you know what I mean? You just can't... When you got great topics, you got great topics. So
that's true. What was I gonna say? Like, I don't remember.
Anyways, do you just want to kick us off with your topics?
This week I want to talk about. Well, okay, yeah, this is what I was gonna say. So this is like the first week in like a month since we haven't talked about. Since we will not be talking about like something school related, graduating or last day of school. This is the first time in a while since we were to talk without that. I think we should like talk about the Hunger Games from Ice Poseidon's kick event going on. This week they picked the contestants, and 2 of them got arrested because they pulled a gun out in the Vegas Strip on somebody. Mm-hmm. Do you think that they should still compete? Because people are like, I don't think they should compete, but Ice Poseidon's like, if they're not in jail, they can still compete. But some people are saying that that's wrong. It's not moral. It's not right. Personally, I don't think I would let them compete, but I don't think it's wrong to let them compete. I mean, they earned their spot. They made the video.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think?
Okay, so my opinion on this, I think they shouldn't be able to compete because I think the people that you want to see play the game and win the money and like the fan favorites are like people that the audience can relate to, people that are funny,
maybe people
that have the skills, likable people. You don't want to be giving $100,000 to like some criminal guys. I don't really know exactly what they did, but pulling a gun on someone, I just don't think is very good. So I don't know. I don't think I would personally let them compete, just because it's kind of like if you're arrested for it, it's got to be pretty bad. So I would just not let them compete and pick new contestants. But that's just my thoughts.
Okay, I was going to I was thinking about making a video and submitting it. I strongly believe that I would be able to get in, and here's why. So I watched his stream where he was talking about, I watched the clips where he was saying like, I want people to have their videos like well made, which I can edit, so I can make a good video. That's check. He wants people to show off their skills. I have a bow and arrow in my house. I can pull that out and show off like me hitting a target.
Yeah. That
right there is perfect. No one did that. That's me showing a skill that is required for the event. And I can just say stuff like, I could have some videos of me in the gym, or I can, me catching a football or playing soccer, playing basketball. Like, I'm active, I'm fit. I go to the gym, like all this stuff, and show proof of that. Yeah. Plus the bow and arrow. I think personally from some of the videos I saw, some of them were really shit. He asked to show proof of like your skill. Most people didn't do that. I strongly believe that I would get in if I did that. However, I reconsidered and I was like, okay, with everything that is going to happen, do I really want to do that? Do I want to pay $500 to fly to Austin just to be sent home in like a day or two?
Yeah.
It's just like, no, it's not worth it. So I just said no.
And the other thing is like, how many submissions do you think he's getting?
He's got like 200, 300, I think.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's definitely like a lot of candidates. But I feel like another thing is
only
like they'll
50
probably...
get in.
Yeah, but I feel like they'll also probably go off of like social media presence as well.
Yeah,
like, they'll definitely look at it because it's like, like you said, like obviously they have to have the skills and stuff required. But like if they have a good social media presence and like people that will actually like watch them or tune into the streams or I don't know, get eyeballs on the
I don't stream, so you got to stream to do it. Would you do it?
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of a lot of work. I mean, it's not that much work considering that you're going to be there for like 7 days or something. Like, I feel like what you're giving to, like, I don't know, get into the event is not much compared to the actual full event, if that makes sense. But I feel like...
Yeah, but assuming you win, you're getting something out of it.
Yeah. Like, I feel like I would do it. Like, I feel like it'd be cool, like a cool experience. But then, again, it's a bit of a commitment. It's
Bro,
like
you
7
can
days.
get really hurt. Like, really badly.
Yeah.
You can have a 300-pound dude just tackle you.
I feel like...
If they catch you, I guess.
Yeah.
Bro, he also said that there's, like, cliffs and shit. So he's like, I wouldn't suggest you run. If it's dark out and you're running, he said you could fall off a cliff and, like, break your leg. He said he doesn't think it's big enough to, like, kill you. But he was like, you could definitely break a leg. And it's in the dark. And he said that all the bushes there, they're all thorns. So you can't hide. And then he also said he's going to have ghillie suits, but no one's going to wear a ghillie suit in 40-degree weather.
Yeah, it's 43 degrees. It's in Austin, Texas. And it's like, well, you're saying the ground was like quartz or something as well?
Yeah, I think he said like limestone or something.
Yeah, so it's like, it's going to be pretty...
If you get tackled on that, you can actually really get injured.
Yeah.
And people are making teams, but only one person can win. Dude, but people like fucking Nick White, like, bro, some people that are doing it are not gonna go very far. Yeah. Like, you can just tell. And everyone was trying to get Neon to do it. But
he'd get killed, bro. Like,
he has no reason to do it.
Yeah.
Like, he's already fucking balling. He's Neon. He has no reason to do it. And he's no way in hell would Neon do it.
Yeah. Briefly, before we like speak any more on it, do you think we should, like, just for the viewers that maybe don't know, give them like a brief background on like what's going on, like a little overview almost?
Yeah, so for the people that don't know, Ice Poseidon is doing Kick's biggest event yet, and he picked the contestants for this week. Hunger Games is what he's calling it. It is just like the movie. There's hunters, one winner for 100K. You got to rush to the middle, get all the supplies. Last one standing wins. That's pretty much it. But there's weapons, there's like swords, there's like shields are like made of iron. Mm-hmm. Bro, if you get hit in that, like, that would hurt.
Yeah.
He's like, you can't punch people, but the rules are some of it's kind of stupid. Like, you can tackle someone, but you can't punch someone.
Yeah.
And then stuff like you can use porta potties, but they're not locked. So if you open it up, you just like fire with paintball guns. You can find houses there where they have AC and you can like sleep for the night, or tents you can use. There's animals there. There's hogs, bobcats, and rattlesnakes, and like a bunch of cows on the property. If you get bit by a rattlesnake, you're like forfeited because you got to go to the hospital. And if you don't go to the hospital, you're gonna like die. So, yeah. Also, like, it's 43-degree weather. People are running. People are getting like I know for a fact. Like, so I think I don't think. Do you think it will last 7 days?
I don't know. I don't think so. I
don't think so.
My predictions, like, in the beginning, people will definitely quit just because of the heat.
Yeah.
People will get out early. Like, there'll definitely be some people that
and hunters will like fuck with them, like tear gas and shit.
Yeah, like, okay, that's also like kind of mess. Like, if you imagine you're like trying to survive, you're all sweaty, you're tired, you finally found like someplace to rest, and then you're like, I don't know, napping or something, and then you just get hit with like tear gas. Like, I would like, I'd be so like pissed off, dude. Yeah. I would not. I don't know. Like, to be honest, like, now explaining it, like, I feel like I wouldn't survive. Like, I don't know if I would do it. Like, I maybe I'd do it, but like,
would you do it with a
just
team?
Seems like hell, bro. Yeah, I would definitely try to like get a team going. But then again, like, the team can backstab you, and then imagine if your team makes it to the end. Like, how do you decide who actually wins it? And
you could split it.
Yeah, that's true. But someone's got to like win it technically.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Also, the one thing we didn't mention is like there's like lives. So you have like
7 lives. Yeah.
Yeah. So 7 lives, and then
it's a vest. So you get hit. He said that the sensitivity is really low, so you really got to hit them for it to like count.
Yeah, and like some of the things like he was showing in the stream, it's like a 50-pound like bow, like 50 pounds of force for the bow, and you're shooting like these like big ass arrows. Like they got a foam tip, but it's like if you have a 50 pounds of force for like a foam tip, like it's still gonna hurt. So he said it like bruises on impact. And then the guns, right? They got like they're all paintball guns, but they're like mag loaded and like they're like legit. So I don't know. It sounds like a lot of fun. Like I feel like it would be cool to watch. But then
the
other thing,
he is also like they got riot shields too.
Yeah, so it's like I don't know. It's gonna be crazy. The other thing is like it's gonna be a hard event to organize because there's so much shit going on at once. Like especially for we were saying like if this is Kick's first event, like something like this in size and like this much organization, like it's gonna be a lot of work. And like who knows if it's even gonna go like to plan. Like he was saying, like he had to install like 5 cell towers because everyone's going to be streaming off the same like network. So the Wi-Fi's got to be really good. They need like medics on standby, like 24 hours because the guy that they're renting the property from is like he's like we're not having anyone like die on the property because I don't want to be like legally
that's so
responsible,
fair.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're dumping like over like hundreds of thousands of dollars into this event,
plus the $100K that they're giving.
Yeah, and so then Kick and
it's like $250,000.
F3 and like a lot of people are like helping fund it, so it's gonna be a big event, and like it could just all go to shit. So
it easily could, and his fucking Indian people method.
Yeah,
is just he doesn't really have a plan B. Like, it sounds like if it doesn't work, then the app seems really cool. He got someone to make the app.
Yeah,
that's really cool. You can open it up and see where everyone is.
So the app is like you go
the
on
website.
The app or the website. You basically go onto it and you can see all the different people that are still in the game, and you can check their health, like their location, where they are. But that takes a lot of work too, like updating it and making sure that the people are, like the app is accurate. So like there's a lot of like planning and stuff that goes into it. Lots of money.
The supply drops. They have helicopters. Like
yeah.
He said he got a guy that was on Joe Rogan's podcast to
get the
helicopter.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this is pretty crazy to me. I think it would be very fun to watch. And someone like me, I think this is why Kick is doing it. So I don't have Kick because I don't really watch streamers that much. And if I do, it's on YouTube. I think I'm going to get Kick just to watch this, if I'm being honest. Because this seems like a lot of fun to watch and like super entertaining. So I think I'm going to watch it. It's not happening till late July, I think. Because he's got to wait for like some stuff like insurance or like I don't know, something. He's waiting on some stuff, but I think the guy that owns the property is like smart for saying like, okay, you need liability insurance in case the whole thing blows up. Because if someone starts a forest fire, that's why he was like no smoking. Yeah. Because if someone, it's just done. Yeah. I don't think it's gonna go the way he wants. I think something will just happen where it just I don't know. It doesn't. It's not like these things never go like according to plan. I feel like so. Yeah. But
yeah, it's just like how you react, right? Like if you can like someone's camera might mess up and someone might forget whatever, and like I don't know, the cell tower might go down, or not go down, but like the Wi-Fi might be patchy, like especially with like 50 people on network. Like I don't know, there's just lots of like little things. Like I was reading the comments of the video because like, okay, what are like people saying? The one guy's like, there's too many points of error. Like there's just so many things that could go wrong. And for like an event this size, your first time hosting it, like it would be different if like Mr. Beast or someone who is like known for like having these full sets of things and like having all the insurance, and they have full teams of people. Like he said he hired like 4 guys to help him do it, but like Mr. Beast got like teams of like 20 to 30 people, like just for the set design and like helping get the insurance and all that. So I mean it's a lot of work that goes into it, which like you can't really appreciate, I guess, unless you're like in there. But yeah, like it looks like it's a lot of work and a lot of fun too. So I don't know, I think it is gonna be a good event, like if they can pull it off.
Would you watch it?
I'd tune in a little bit, but again, it's like the streamers I don't really like. Obviously I like you said, I don't really watch streamers that often. I'm not very tapped in, but like I feel like it's a cool event, so maybe I'll like check it out.
They have, I think, they have some Kick partners that are gonna be there. Aiden Ross, I think, some other big names, but I don't know. Like they're not competing. I think they're just gonna like show up, and it's mainly like smaller streamers. Also, this is good for them. Yeah, it gives them good publicity. I mean, this is how streamers blow up. Look at Speed, because Speed was doing those streams with Gideon, like. So I think that's a big way of like how he blew up. So I think that for sure. I think it'd be pretty crazy. again, I'm pretty confident. If I released a video, I think I could probably have gone in, but I reconsidered. I don't want to go all the way out to Austin, Texas, and spend $500 because just to get sent home. I mean, yeah, it's in the middle of nowhere. He also said that if you're out, you get kicked off the property, and it's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And he's like, you're on your own. There's no Ubers there. Like, you got to figure it out. He was just like, he said if I was them, I would go to the nearest town, walk to the nearest town, and get an Uber, and just go back to where you parked in Austin or whatever.
Yeah, because it's in the middle of nowhere, so it's like...
Yeah, it's like an hour away from Austin.
Yeah.
They take like a bus, like a private bus to the property.
Yeah.
I wouldn't compete. No.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. Yeah, no, like, after, like, talking about it, like, getting a 300-pound guy just, like, tackling me on, like, fucking courts. Yeah, like, yeah. And, like, hitting me with, like, a fucking sword and
like a fucking bow and arrow on the back of that. Yeah, and the hunters too.
Yeah.
Bro,
even with tear gas, bro.
They're overpowered because their paintball guns are automatic. It's not the one where you pump the ammo in. You can just spray. Like, they're super OP. Like, you can't escape them. They got pepper spray, they got tear gas, they got fucking like, no, there's like 4 of them too. They just roll up on you. Like, there's no way you're gonna be. Yeah. I don't know. Last time I watched an event that Ice Poseidon held was when he did like the prison stream where he had like a bunch of people. It was like a Mr. Beast video where it was like last one to leave, and it was like 24-hour stream.
Yeah.
Another one I watched was when they had 2 people stay in a townhouse that they rented out.
Yeah.
And it was like last to leave wins like a certain amount of money, but they put the address online, so people were showing up. And that was a part of it. They did it on purpose. So they had people on Craigslist go like, free PlayStation at this.
Oh my God.
So they had so many people come to the door and was like, is the free PlayStation available? And at first they're like, no, like it's just like an event we're doing. But then the people, it was like random people. They stopped explaining what was happening because they're not going to get it. So they just went and said, oh, we gave it to some guy with his kid. Or they're like, with pizza, they're like, oh, we got an order here, like for pizza, and then they're like, is it paid for? And they're like, no, and like, oh yeah, we didn't order it. And then, or like, if sometimes it was free, so they got like free pizza.
Yeah.
One guy came in like a fan, I guess, and if fans show up, they can give you challenges to do. Some of the challenges were like, you gotta snort hot Cheetos. Some of it was like, you gotta like, I don't know if I should say on camera, but then one guy brought in like a firework.
Yeah.
But they had put like gasoline on the floor.
Oh my God.
It wasn't gasoline. They put water in a gasoline tank, and they lit off fireworks to scare them, thinking that it was gonna. I think that's really dangerous. The cops ended up coming and all this shit. I don't want to get into it. It's a whole story. If you want, go online, check it out. But the landlord came in the morning and saw all this shit everywhere. And yeah, so like those events were so entertaining, but he hasn't done one of these events in so long. But this one is like insane, budget wise and all that. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. All right, moving on to our next topic here. Basically, I'll be speaking on the NHL trade talk and then some of the Canucks signings and big moves that we're going to be seeing the next season. So basically, I guess I'll start with, first off, the moves and the trades. So the first big ones that happened were Zadorov and Lindholm getting traded to Boston. So they both signed contracts.
Damn it.
So pretty big contracts. So the first one here for Zadorov was $30 million contract. 5 mil average. And then, so he's going to be signed there for 6 years, I think, with Boston. So that's quite the big contract. He had these videos online saying, is like, you guys can't call me Big Z anymore because of Zdeno Chara. And he was trying to like honor their fan base. But I don't know. Moving from Vancouver to Boston is like, as a Vancouver fan, it's not great. Like, especially because I feel like Zadorov was pretty good. I always
Yeah.
liked his play, and
Very good.
I'm sad to see him go.
And we just got Lindholm too, like
Yeah.
not long ago at all.
Yeah, so we both signed these guys like very recently. Lindholm was in the last season, and he played all right. He didn't play amazing,
Yeah.
but
He
did
got
his
some
job.
goals against Calgary.
Yeah,
I remember like his first game. I think he got a
yeah,
goal.
him and Zadorov too. Him and because Zadorov got traded for Kuzmenko, and they both scored like the first couple games or whatever.
Yeah.
But then for Lindholm, he got signed 7-year deal with Boston. So that's quite the contract as well. But I just feel like for us, unfortunately, like although we're getting rid of Zadorov, who I think's a great player, like honestly, Zadorov's like a third line guy, and like we're signing him, we're getting rid of him and freeing up cap space and getting him at like a good value, like while he's still peaking kind of and just had a great season. So honestly, like although I'm sad to see him go, like we're
he did so good for us in the playoffs.
Yeah, he did like great, and we're like benefiting a lot from getting rid of him too. Lindholm, like very good in the playoffs, but his regular season was just average at best, and like I think he was all right. Like he was an all right pickup, but he just didn't perform like amazingly. Like it wasn't outstanding. So there's just no reason to like re-sign him. And again, we're getting good value for him because both of these players are like before they came here were like not having great seasons. So now they have something for their careers to go on, and obviously get a better contract. But for us, we're kind of selling them on the high, which is obviously a good thing to see. But then with that, because we freed up some cap space, we did have some room to make more signings here. And one of the bigger ones that we got was Jake DeBrusk. So Jake DeBrusk is also from Boston, so we're kind of doing a bit of a flip-flop here. But basically, they signed Jake DeBrusk to a 7-year contract worth $5.5 million annually. So yeah, Jake DeBrusk, he's a bigger player, more physical guy, and he's played for Boston for quite a while. His dad is Louis DeBrusk, who's like the commentator. So that's pretty cool as well to see. But yeah, Jake DeBrusk, from what I've seen of him, like I've watched a bit of the Boston games. I watched their series, and like they're a good team. Jake DeBrusk, I've always liked him as a player. I thought he was pretty good. He's physical and he can like move the puck well, and he's kind of skilled for like, I don't know. He's like younger, but I think he's a great player. So I think it's actually a good pickup, and it kind of fills the role of that Zadorov-esque player. But what's good about DeBrusk, I think, is also says here he amassed 134 goals over a 7-year career. He's played 400-something games. But the one thing that I think's good about DeBrusk is that I think he'll develop a lot at Vancouver, like just like how we developed Zadorov and Lindholm and all these other guys that we get like through the organization. Like I think he will get better with time, especially with like the coaching from like Taka and Mike Yo and all these guys.
For sure.
And so eventually I think he'll evolve into like a better player. So right now he may not be amazing, and it might be like, okay, it's like not looking like, I don't know, the best trade, getting rid of some like 2 pretty good guys, but I think eventually
it could work out well.
Yeah, I think eventually he'll get even better. So I'm actually excited for this one, and I think it will be.
So it's worth it?
It'll be good. Yeah, I don't know. Like seeing Zadorov go kind of sucks, but I think I think we profit in the long run. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and then with that as well, more NHL news. The draft, NHL draft was in Vegas a couple of days ago, and Macklin Celebrini went first overall from North Van. So shout out North Van. Bedard and Macklin Celebrini, both from there in the past 2 years. And then, yeah, it's a pretty good draft class. Like there's some great players, lots of skill in there. And like San Jose's got some pretty good players this year. So
that makes sense from their record last season.
Yeah.
San Jose's never really a good team though.
Yeah, they've never won a cup before, so I mean, I don't think they can do it this year. I think they're still a ways off, but they're developing. They're getting some better players. They're getting some franchise players here, so hopefully they can make something happen further down the line. So yeah, I mean, other than that, there's just been lots of trades going around. I mean, some of the bigger ones, you had Stamkos sign He signed a really big contract with Nashville, and it's kind of interesting because now he's getting a little bit older now, and he signed like a max contract. So I don't quite know about that one. Nashville also got Jonathan Marchessault.
Saros is back.
Yes,
Saros is a good tender.
Yeah, Saros that's a good. Honestly, I think that's a good re-signing. Yeah. So Nashville got Marchessault from Vegas, who won he was like the MVP of the playoffs for them when they won the cup. So great player, and like good signing. I don't know what they got him for, but yeah, good for him and good for Nashville. And then they also got Skeggy, who's really good as well. So yeah, they're getting some depth there, and I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how everything pans out. But then yeah, I want to check quickly. There's like a post with all of the Canucks players that we got.
Oh yeah, I saw that. No, we got a lot actually.
Yeah,
I mean, there's draft picks, but also just like acquiring new players.
Yeah, just trades and stuff.
Yeah.
So let me pull it up right here. There it is. So yeah, the guys that we have.
Should we pop it up on screen?
Yeah, we'll get a picture up on screen right there. We got obviously Jake DeBrusk, who we've talked about before this. We got Danton Heinen, who is pretty good. We got Vincent Desharnais from the Oilers, who I think...
That's an interesting one, actually.
Interesting. Older guy, physical.
It's not something I would expect.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, he's not he's like a third-line guy. He's like bottom six. Like, he's not, great, but he's a bigger guy, and he's, we got him for really cheap, 1.5 for,
wow. I think that's fair, though.
Yeah.
For his age and all that.
Yeah, I don't think he deserves anything, above that.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got Nate Smith. We got Kiefer Sherwood. And then we got this new goalie guy. We got him from Vegas, Patera, who I'm not very familiar with.
He's pretty young, isn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so that means, do we have 4? Or is DeSmith
I don't know. So DeSmith left. So DeSmith's going to... I'm not quite sure. I think he's going to Minnesota, I'm pretty sure. Or Seattle.
He's probably going to do good in Minnesota.
Wherever he goes. But anyways, he's not with us anymore.
He's a good tender, but... bro, he's probably pissed about what happened.
Yeah, he got outshone by Shiloh's. So I don't really know what's gonna happen with this goalie guy. I don't know. There's not been anything really happening. There's no anything
because we just got him.
Yeah, but there's no headlines about Shiloh's if he's getting re-signed.
Oh,
I think
he will. I think he has re-signed. Not has, but I think he's talking about re-signing.
Yeah, but there's been nothing confirmed yet. But he might. Yeah, he honestly probably will be our second.
For sure, yeah.
Which he proved that in the playoffs, and I think he's more than ready to play up here.
I think he's better than some first strings for sure.
Yeah, honestly, it's just the consistency part.
Right,
it's playing 82 games a season kind of thing.
Yeah,
right? But
give him time,
he'll mature into that player for sure.
Yeah, he'll be good.
And the last guy we got here is Derek Forbart. So he's pretty. I mean, he's all right.
Dust.
Yeah, kind of dust, but we got some new signings. Then we got some draft picks here. All right.
I want to when I'm 19. I'm gonna go to DraftKings or some sort of. I really want to do those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some sports betting.
Well, on the players, higher or lower.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Yeah. But yeah, then there's the NHL draft, which we kind of talked about a little bit, and then there's been some changes in the league. One big one was Anaheim got a new logo, and so did LA.
But it's good.
Yeah.
I didn't see LA's.
So Anaheim basically they went back to their old logo, and so did LA. All right, so we'll put a picture on screen here of the different logos, but they both went back to their old retro logos.
That's really interesting.
With a little switch. So first off, the Ducks, as you can see here, they went back to their old logo, the mask, the hockey, the goalie mask with the bend in it or whatever, but they added highlights in the eyes, so they changed up a little bit. And then LA, they took their old logo, and then they changed the font, and then they changed the crown on the bottom and used a different typeface for the Los Angeles part. But overall, both jerseys and both teams made the right choice, I think. I like both of these logos a lot better than what they had previously. and I think they look really good. Like
Yeah.
I wanted Anaheim to go back to that logo for years. I thought that was
Well,
like their
they
best,
brought
but-
back those jerseys when they did the retro one.
Yeah,
And it's one of the best retro jerseys, logo-wise, in the league.
yeah. For
You
sure.
look at the Mighty Ducks, like look where they got that from.
Yeah,
It is one of, if not the best retro logo in the league. So for them to bring it back, I think is awesome.
yeah,
For good, that's a big commitment. The Kings one, I mean, I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I would say it's better, but I think it's really. I think it's probably a little bit better. But it's cool. I like it, and it is different. But the Ducks one isn't that different in terms of design. It's just
Yeah.
different in terms of like coloring.
yeah.
The Kings one is a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're both. I think it's a good switch. I think it's valid.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, there's just been like lots of stuff, and then obviously Utah has been getting some acquisitions and signing guys. But yeah,
Hockey
that's
club.
yeah, Utah Hockey Club. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see like what happens with them. They've obviously got some decent players, but I don't know like how well they'll do in the season. But I mean, I guess it's just a matter of time until we see. So I mean, those are kind of my topics, kind of the what's going on with the NHL right now.
Do you have the Instagram still open?
I do.
Okay, go back and go to the very top. Yeah, click on that.
All
Jessica Campbell, the first female coach ever to be a coach for the NHL, assistant coach for the Kraken. Good for her. I hope she does well. This accomplishment is, I would say it's not as big as some may think. I think it's cool though, and it is an accomplishment for the league, for her, for women, I guess, and yeah, good for her.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty big accomplishment. Like never having a
Yeah.
female coach in the sport, and now like she's kind of paving the way. So, I mean, what did she play? Probably like the Olympics and stuff. I'm guessing.
Probably. I don't know her though, so I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I'm not like familiar, but good for
She's
her.
got like a Chad face looking at.
I know, but she's like
She looks like she is a coach.
yeah.
Means business.
No, yeah, I see it. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Seattle does this season. But yeah, they got some good players too, so hopefully they do well. It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
There's a quote here that she said, and she basically said, "You speak to the word first to be first, but that's never really where my focus is. It's always on the work. It's on the impact. It's on the job. There's a lot to this game and to this job, and so I've never taken it for granted."
Awesome.
So, yeah, there you go. So, good for her. Good for the league. And, yeah.
More sports topics. Lundgaard is going to replace Alexander Rossi at Arrow McLaren IndyCar team in 2025. So Alexander Rossi is one of my favorite IndyCar drivers. He has been ever since I've watched the season in 2019 of Amazing Race. Whenever it was, he did the show with Who did he do it with? Why am I blanking on his name? I know who it is. Anyway, the other driver. So okay, I watched the Indy 500 this year, and Alexander Rossi came. Was it third? No, he came fourth. He was so close to getting third. He came fourth. Overall, he had a really good race. He was like, I don't know, top 10 pretty much the whole time. And he was first for the last 2 laps. I thought he could have won it again. Last time he won it, he was a rookie back in 2016. Ever since then, he's been one of the league's biggest drivers. So with Arrowhead, he's been in it for a little bit with that team. And then speaking on this decision, team principal Gavin Ward said, "Alexander Rossi has been an incredible teammate, and we're grateful for our 2 seasons with him. We wouldn't be where we are today without him. Ultimately, we couldn't meet in the middle on terms, but we absolutely wish him the best, and we'll do all we can the second half of the season to get him in the top 5 in the championship." So Lundgaard, he's proven his success in his few seasons racing in the series, and he checks off all the boxes for what they're looking for when it comes to speed. Alongside like Pat O'Ward, which got some people thought he got robbed with his loss in the race. and also the F1 counterparts like Lando Norris and Piastri. So he thinks that he will fit in well, and I would agree. The guy's he's 22, he's young, he's from Denmark, and I mean he came 11th. He's currently 11th in the championship standings, and will leave RLL with 3 full-time seasons and take over Aaron McLaren's number 7 Chevrolet. So I think he made his first appearance in his first ever IndyCar start in one-off appearance in the RL in the Indy road course in 2021, which also marked the last of 3 stint in Formula 2. So he's like, although he's young, he has experience, and you know he's a 2-time race winner in F2, which is like really good. He was former Alpine development driver. So yeah, he'll be with Award and Segal, which they were announced to a multi-year deal just 2 weeks ago. Yeah, he's super excited. He was just saying he has a lot of respect for them, and he was just pretty much saying, like, you know, I can't wait to do it. Rossi, who's currently 7th in the championship standings, joined Arrowhead McLaren last year after 7 seasons at Andretti Global, which is where he won his championship. But yeah, they mutually parted with him, and I mean that's about it. I mean that's kind of, yeah, I'm a fan of Rossi. I like who he is as a person. I think he did really well in Indy this year, and it's for Ludgaard, it's pretty big for him too. Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of racing news, Oliver Behrman has just signed with Haas for his first Formula 1 contract. So he'll be signing for 2025 with Haas. Previously, he was a stand-in for Carlos Sainz at Ferrari, and he was very impressive. He raced super well and really exceeded expectations. So he kind of had the eyes on him from the beginning, and he just signed with Haas. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Haas is not the best team right now.
It's always been pretty low.
It hasn't been great for Haas in recent years. But he's a talented driver. He's young. You know, I don't think Haas will be his long-term.
No. It's a startup, though.
It's where you start your career, and from there you can make moves. But we'll see how it goes for him, and I'm really excited. I think he definitely deserves his spot in F1, so I think that's pretty cool.
But will he win it for Haas? Definitely not.
No shot.
Was he in Formula 2 before?
Yeah, he was
right,
he was in all of the development stuff.
Yeah, Formula 3, E, whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
Formula E cars are faster than F1, right? I'm pretty sure.
I think so.
Yeah. Bro, that shit's crazy. I saw videos on it, like, bro, you really got to be an athlete. Like, have you seen the training they go through where they got to push through, like, the G-force?
Yeah, and their necks, too. They all got, like, big necks.
It's a lot, dude. Indy, like, when I was watching the Indy 500, dude, this year was so crazy with the cancellation and all that. But, man, it's so fun to watch these guys, like, go fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It's 4th of July as we're recording this. And you know what clip I've seen all over social media?
What have you seen?
Start your engines. And like, dude,
yeah. It's a classic.
Kevin James.
Yeah. When you're talking about Formula E, it reminds me of Nick DeVries. He was like this guy. Right. He was in Formula E, and then he switched over to Formula 1. But, like...
He did pretty successful, didn't he?
No, like, he was really good in Formula E. Like, he won the championship over there.
Yeah.
He moved to Formula 1. To be fair, he was racing with AlphaTauri, but, like, he could not convert. Like, he was not doing well. So even if it's, like, I mean, it's similar, but it's, like, there's a big enough difference where it's, like, you can just... Yeah. You can be good at one and not good at the other kind of thing. For sure. So, I don't know. It's interesting to see that. They're definitely different.
And also, Kyle Larson went from NASCAR to Indy.
Yeah.
And he didn't... I mean, I think the highest he was in at one point was, like, 5th. Yeah. But he didn't finish well. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, it just shows you it's not necessarily the same. So, yeah.
Right. They also have... they have Montreal... Did they already go to Montreal, or is that coming up?
I think... there wasn't... they did it in Canada this year. I think it was like
I
Montreal.
think they already did it.
Yeah, I think so too.
I would love to go to any racing event, whether that be Daytona 500, Indy 500, or go to Montreal. I really want to go to Montreal, so I think maybe if I can go when there's Formula One, I would love to go.
Yeah.
Any racing event, I'd love to go to. I'm more leaning towards Indy or Daytona 500 because it's less European.
Yeah.
And it's really like that American culture is really unique, and I think it's really cool. So I'd like to experience that culture of like fucking Daytona 500. Bro, imagine the people you'd see there at Daytona 500. Some crazy motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Like some interesting people. So
Yeah,
I think
for
that'd be cool
sure.
to experience.
Oh,
I saw that. Yeah.
I remember, Formula E was supposed to like come to Vancouver, but I just searched it up to like get some information on it, and it looks like it said Vancouver's E3 project collapsed. So it looks like
it was a while ago, but
it looks like it kind of fell through.
Because they were gonna use where it used to be by the that street by BC Place. The road behind. They were going to do it there again, I'm pretty sure. I don't know what happened, though, but...
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I guess it kind of fell through. But, yeah, I remember this is actually funny, like, talking about this, like, years ago on here.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, it's going to Vancouver. Maybe we'll go see it. But, I guess it kind of fell through, unfortunately. But, yeah.
Last topic from me, at least. Did you see what happened with Rick Ross this week in Vancouver?
I did not.
Well, Rick Ross was here, and he was playing... Oh, I already told you, yeah. He was playing Not Like Us by Kendrick. The Canadian Utes got mad. Or not even Utes, like, they were like men, dude.
Yeah.
And they, for some reason, got ticked off. Don't know why. And they threw like a ball... they threw like a cup filled with some liquid at Rick Ross. Fight broke out, and they ended up beating the shit out of his security. And then they were just... I don't even, like, from the videos, I saw 5 slides on no jumper, but then they took it down, I think. But it was, like, just like a brawl. This dude got knocked out. It was crazy. But it was, like, at first you can tell who's on whose side because they were beating up the private security.
Yeah.
And then that guy was, like, on the ground with 5 people punching his face. And then it turns to, like, 2 average dudes just like fighting each other, so I can't tell like who's on what side or whatever. So it's all stupid, to be honest with you. Today, Rick Ross released a video talking about it, and he was just saying to the guy that he was just shit talking. He was just saying in the video that the guy that threw the cup at him, he was just like, I told the guy before he threw it, he's like, you punch me, I'm gonna hit you so hard, I'm gonna be seeing food you ate for the last 2 days. So the guy got scared, I guess, and like hit him with the cup and not his fist. I don't know. But Rick Ross was making jokes. I could barely understand him the way he talks. But yeah. Anyway, it was pretty funny, his response video that he posted today on Instagram. But it's just stupid. It's really dumb what happened in Vancouver. And it's so funny. I laughed out loud as I'm watching the video where I'm seeing this fight break loose. They turn it off and switch to a different song. Because they started fighting when Kendrick's like, da, 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 and they're just fighting, and then they just shut it off. So it's like Calvin Harris or some shit. It's so funny. Mid-fight, I just hear it turn off.
I don't know. I don't really get it. It's kind of like corny. It's
it
like,
is,
dude, we're from Vancouver. Toronto is like the other side of the country.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I like, as like a Canadian, it's like we'll support like the Blue Jays. And we'll support like
Raptors.
Yeah, and then the Raptors.
That's about it, dude.
Yeah, but like, I mean, I like Drake. Like, I definitely like Drake more than Kendrick.
But
like,
are you gonna stand for him? You're gonna stand in front of Rick Ross and say, "Fuck you, Rick Ross"?
Yeah, I'm not gonna like get in a fight over it. Like, oh, Kendrick over Drake. Like, bro, it's not like
you don't know him.
Even if I was in Toronto, bro, I wouldn't do that shit.
No.
Like, I don't know.
I'll let those Toronto goons, the six, can fuck them up. Bro.
Yeah, the Utes, bro.
Yeah, no, literally. But I think, bro, if you don't know someone, like. Dude, these people do not know Drake, like, at all. Like, you think you know an artist because you listen to his music, you're fucking wrong.
You don't.
So it's just so weird. And all the comments were saying that, too. They're like, so the fact that you'd stand up for someone you don't even know is wild.
And they're not even like, it's a song, like, fuck.
It's a good song. I like the song, dude. It's good. They played at my banquet.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, which was a bit weird with the language they used, but fuck it. They want to play the new shit, so.
Yeah, fair enough.
Drake. I listened to Drake's song actually, so I was really late to listen to this stuff.
Which one, push-ups or
no, so both of them. The first time I listened to Not Like Us was like 2 weeks ago, which, I mean, I'm pretty late to it, but I listened to it and I was like, oh, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
But Drake's was pretty boring.
Really?
But Drake actually, like, he took down another one because he made an AI one with Tupac.
Oh, I didn't see it.
And so that's why he was like, you trying, like, in his song, he's like, you're disrespecting Tupac and, like, making the song with AI, dissing me or something.
Yeah.
But he took it down. I didn't even listen to, I don't know much about that, but he took down that AI song, so.
I kind of like Kendrick's. I mean, I kind of like the Drake song, but I'm also a Drake fan, so I don't know. Not that I'd stand up for him though in a fight or at a concert.
What if Drake was like, "Yo, I'll give you $100K if you step in front of Rick Ross right now, defend my honor."
Hey, bro, $100K is $100K, but like,
yeah, you go to Hunger Games for that too.
Yeah, exactly. It's like winning Hunger Games, bro. Yeah, but no, I don't know if I would get in a fight over that. It's different if it's like a sports team or it's like, I feel like, you know what I mean?
It
like
is, yeah.
Right? Like it's like your city. It's like your city and like
that's so different.
Pride and I don't know, but like a rapper and I don't know. I don't quite get it.
No.
So yeah, I don't know. I think it's kind of silly, but
100 likes and we'll make a video for Hunger Games.
Yeah, we'll submit.
Yeah, but. I don't know about 100 likes. No. 100,000 likes.
Really? You wouldn't do it for 100?
For 100 likes?
Yeah.
No, because I have to spend hundreds of dollars to fly to Austin, potentially die. No, that's seriously. That's
but what if you like? There's not even it's a slim chance we get picked.
Yeah, I'd say. Well, it's too late now. They already chose it.
Yeah.
But like, I think it's. I mean, I personally think I have a strong chance of getting it. Do I think I will? I don't know, but I think I have a strong chance. But either way, like, I don't know. I just wouldn't want to. I really wouldn't. I was thinking about it, but I really thought about it. I'm like, this is dangerous. Like, this is actually dangerous. So, no. But if you guys want a certain amount of likes, 100K, and I'll make a video and I'll submit it. Yeah.
All right, there you go. I guess on that note, we'll wrap it up here. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to click the links in the description. Apple Music, Spotify, we got merch, all that good stuff in the description below.
Some guests happening this month.
Yeah, we got some guests lined up.
Good guests. So
finally, we'll break the drought.
We had Shine last week.
Yeah.
I know you weren't here, but it's still a guest.
Yeah, I guess it counts. Yeah, let me know. Let us know how you found that episode. Shout out Cheyenne for taking my seat, filling in.
I took your seat actually.
Oh yeah, you were sitting on this side, but yeah. Shout out Cheyenne filling in.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll see you guys next episode. Thank you for watching.
Open up the doors and flood the floor so they can witness. Are we breaking every record out the Guinness? Once I take one down, it don't take long for it to kick in.